Hey everybody, today we're going to paint some lupins. I'm going to use a large brush. We're going to go big, bold strokes with this one. This is a number 12 for paper. I got the new block one. I hadn't tried it, so it's Fabriano's 25 sheets on here. Extra white, 100% cotton. So we're going to try that. It's actually attached all the way around, so this should be easier. I'm going to take this with me when I, excuse me, when I travel. So I might get a couple more of these. This is the first time I've tried it, so we'll see. We'll see if I like them or not. And then for paints, I've got my Winsor Newton paints just on my porcelain platter here. And we're going to start with that sky. And I want to keep it really loose, so I'm just, I had some black in there. That's a rookie mistake, but it happens. All right, let's get some of the blue. I might do a little bit of mixture of both. I really like the Cobalt Blue. Let's just go right over that. Never happened. And I'm just going to add some water to this. I do like to leave a little bit of white space. And I'm going to leave a little white around here. I'm just going to paint a little bit around where those flowers are going to be. But remember, you're going to have white kind of tucked in there. Anyway, you're going to see it in between the flowers. So that looks good. This is actually water here, so I'm just going to fill that in since I've got it right on my brush. And we're going to tuck it in. We'll tuck some in over here. And before that dries, I'm going to grab my tissue and my paper towel. This is the BVI paper towel, I think. It does have some little lines on it, which the texture is kind of cool. Ooh, this dries really quick. So this is interesting because it's the first time I've used this paper. And I'm not familiar with it, so I wasn't really sure how the block was going to work. And I do have some lines in there. I'm going to try to tap it out just a little heavier. So interesting. So you can see a little bit of the texture in the watercolor paper. I'm going to come up a little closer for you. See that right up in here? So, it's not Arsh's. And my Strathmore watercolor cards, I'm still telling you, I still really like them. Okay, I'm going to just fill in this with some light green and maybe some yellow, Cad Yellow, maybe a little bit more yellow. I want to keep it light for the first wash. So Sap Green and some Cad Yellow. And I might have a little bit more in here, but we're just going to go in with that green, kind of tuck it in. I probably have a little bit of blue peeking through there, but we'll just fill it in with more flowers. We won't make it super tough to deal with, right? I might add some more yellow in here, more blue in here, but we'll see. And I'm going to tap and around. I've got that yellow that's going to be flowers here. And I do want to paint these in with that bright green because everything else around is going to be pretty dark. So let's just give a couple of those in here. A little green there. And this is all going to be dark green. So let's just go ahead and take that green, add maybe a little umber to it. Let's deepen it. I like to add a little ultramarine blue, nice and dark. That's pretty. I might even go darker than that. We'll see. So I'm going to kind of pump it around these. Again, I'm going to be messy. I'm not worried about it. Got a little bit up in here. While it's wet, just kind of dropping it in. So we've got some areas in shade and others are not. And this is just a way that you can do this really loosely. Now these are wet, so I can kind of tuck in around that a little bit. And I can even leave a little white space. And even maybe a little darker. I'm also add a little purple to that. Nice, deep, look at that. Deep, deep green. And we'll tuck some of that in here. Okay, nice and dark. That lavender, that purple just really deepens those colors. It's really dark in here. Purple and green. Let's go super dark. Look at that. What do I have here? I guess I have the flowers. And I could have started with the flowers, which might not have been a bad idea. But I like to use gouache, as you may or may not know from following along with some of my videos. Let's just shape in some of those. I think it's dry enough now where I can get a little bit of that definition around those petals. And I'll just tuck it in there. Little star shapes here and there. And out here where the water is, we can probably pop in just a little bit back here. Again, I don't want a whole lot of details in here. I want to keep it pretty loose. But this could be a nice little landmass back in here. It's a little tree action. It could go a little bit lighter, maybe on this side. Again, there's just some nice little fluffy trees. And look, I mean, I'm using that big brush. Things move very fast. Okay, and we have this. I mean, this could be boats in here. We don't know, little islands, something back in there. Okay, so I do need to let this dry, and then we are going to paint in those lilacs. I might put a little bit more green in here. Tippy tops of trees. And whatever, if I don't leave it white, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We can always use some bleed-proof white if we need to pop a little bit more color in there. But leaving white space, I mean, it can be a challenge when you're first starting out with watercolor because you have to plan everything out. And I'm very loose with a lot of my paintings, so I always find that a little bit more challenging for me because I love the expressionism and I don't like to plan everything out. I'm going to go in with some yellow and just drop in some of those little flowers in here. We'll see if that's going to be dry enough or not. I may even add some flowers that aren't even in here. Some other colors. We'll just see how this goes. Okay, now I'm going to dry it. We'll be right back. All right, I'm going to start with a lighter color. So we have a nice soft pink. I might just use my rose. Well, what's this color over here? Oh, that's pretty. We'll use this one. It's a little brighter. If I water that down just a little bit more, look at how much paint that holds. Let me come over here. I want to get it light, so I'm just going to start with this tippy top, and I'm leaving some white space in there. This will dry a little bit lighter. It'll pick up a little bit of that blue, so it'll create that lavender shade. I might need to go a little deeper here just to pop in some color over some of that green where I got a little zealous. I think that's pretty much all stock in here. So again, go a little darker. You can even add a little bit of purple to that. Lilac, lavender. They don't have to be exact. We just want some lights and some darks in here. And I just like that bright pink, but you can make them any color you want. We can always add some, again, white on top of that if we want to lighten it up a little bit more. So we do have a nice light pink. Let's just change it up and use what's in this one. Yeah, that's nice light pink. We have another one kind of popped in here right beside it. Looks like I've got a purple one over here. Not really seeing a whole lot, but I'm just gonna, again, just dot it. Get messy. Have fun with it. Most of that's green. We've got some more purple ones in the very back here. Just peeking out. Maybe a little bit of a point on that one. Just like that. So I did choke up on my brush a little bit more. And some of them do have some green on the top. It's where those, and I'm just going to do some lines back in here. Maybe they have, there's a few more over here. Again, dark purple. But the green on the top is as they're growing. They won't be fully open on the tops. So we can always add a little green on the top there. These are just kind of tucked in behind here. And again, you can add as much or as little as you want. These are maybe a little lighter. I don't want to overdo it too much. So we're going to go back to the pink now. And this one's right up close, but that's why I say they can change. It's okay. As you play around with your composition, you might like things better than others. You might like other colors better. So you don't want to pigeonhole yourself. Took another one in here. Again, just dropping in some color. I'm going to fill in a couple more here. This one was the one way in the front. So I might make that one a little bit brighter. Let's bring it right up in the front here. And tippy tap all the way down. And got a little bit of too much of a point on there. I didn't want to cover all of that up, but that's my nice little leaf in there. And then we'll do another one here. Maybe a purple and amongst. A little purple to this one. I know it's light pink in the picture, but like I said, I love the purple ones. We had a lot more purple where I was at. I didn't have a lot of the pink ones. But and then this is a lot darker over in here. Looks like we've got more purple over here too. I'm not sure. There's another type of flower in the photo. I'm not sure what that is. Let's give this a little bit of dot. I have a little bit of definition in here. Okay. And then in the background, this is like, again, this holds a lot of water, so I'm just going to tap off, and I will often tap off down here because I will absorb a lot of the excess water in there. Let's add a little of that Prussian blue to the green. I tapped off too much water. Nice little blue, so we can have just a little tippy taps back in here. And it gives us a little bit more lights and darks definition. Maybe a little more in here. And you see, I'm just moving that brush around, making little marks. Maybe we have some in here. I'm gonna add a little bit more green. I should have probably added more blue to that. Kind of tucked in there. That's all right. And then maybe a little green on the tops of some of these where that flower has not yet come out. And then I could switch to a little detailed brush now for this. I'm gonna grab my goat hair, synthetic goat hair one, and that one's the one that with a really nice tip on there. Going into the Sap Green. And I'm just going to make some marks so we have, you know, some little leaves back in here, but not a whole lot of definition, just a couple little sprigs back in here. Create some excitement, create a little bit of expression in here. See, again, I'm choking up on that brush. And I can add a little bit here. And look, I'm just holding my brush and wiggling it around. I might add a little bit more green to that. You can see a lot of my original flowers, or not flowers, leaves.
So for my patrons, you get the traceable of this, plus I extended it out. We added some pen and ink and some gouache, and then I painted it again, very, very loose with some splatters. I had a really good time. So if you want to watch the full tutorial, the extended versions, head over to my Patreon. I would love to have you become a member. We have over, I think, almost 100 different videos over there. So if you want to learn more about watercolor, we would love to have you. It's lots of fun over there. All right, you guys, we will see you in the next one, and have yourself a great week. Bye for now.